When The Silence of the Lambs hit theaters in 1991, it gave everyone a collective craving to clutch their popcorn a little tighter. With its intense stares and ominous underground basements, the film wasn't just an edge-of-your-seat thriller. It was an uncomfortable dinner invitation we could never politely refuse. At its heart is Clarice Starling, a trainee FBI agent who spends half the film facing America's creepiest cannibal and the other half trying not to scream at the male-dominated workplace of Quantico. Played brilliantly by Jodie Foster, Clarice is the kind of rookie who can keep it together even when she's trading verbal blows with a man who enjoys people with fava beans and Chianti. Speaking of that cannibal, Hannibal Lecter is not your average psycho. Anthony Hopkins' portrayal of the erudite flesh-eater somehow makes polite dining mannerisms unnerving. Unlike every villain who twirls a mustache and monologues about their evil schemes, Hannibal does something far more sinister. He chats, and he doesn't just talk. He analyzes your soul, picks it apart like he's dissecting a frog in high school, all while maintaining unsettlingly polite eye contact. Hannibal Lecter doesn't raise his voice, but boy does he raise goosebumps. Clarice and Lecter's exchanges are like therapy sessions gone wrong. Quid pro quo, Clarice. That's his version of friendly small talk. For every deeply unsettling truth he shares about serial killer Buffalo Bill, he wants a piece of Clarice's backstory. Why? Probably because spilling your childhood trauma to a cannibalistic sociopath is just another Tuesday for FBI trainees. Their conversations are so intense you can almost hear the collective gulp of every audience member leaning in. Then there's Buffalo Bill, who somehow manages to out-creep Hannibal, which is no small feat. Bill is the film's killer at large, an oddball fashion designer with a penchant for murder and sewing projects straight out of a horror show. You know a guy is bad news when his skincare routine involves lotion and screams. Between his moth collections and impromptu runway dances, Bill solidifies himself as the villain you'd cross continents to avoid at a party. His obsession with transformation and his grisly methods of achieving it make him a walking nightmare, and you can't help but wonder if anyone ever suggested therapy. Director Jonathan Demme crafts this psychological horror thriller with an attention to tension that borders on sadistic. Every scene feels claustrophobic. The camera isn't merely invasive, it practically crawls inside the characters' souls. Clarice doesn't just stare at her male colleagues, she endures their constant gawking. And when she locks eyes with Hannibal, it's not just eye contact, it's an entire conversation. The cinematography traps viewers in the same psychological space as Clarice, making us wonder if she, and we, will ever get out unscathed. Yet for all its tension, The Silence of the Lambs isn't without its unintentionally hilarious moments. There's something perversely funny about watching Clarice bravely search a pitch-black basement while Buffalo Bill stalks her using night vision goggles. Did the FBI skip flashlight training that day? And Hannibal's daring escape plan? Oh, it's elaborate and gruesome, but there's a twisted humor in realizing he's essentially outwitted everyone by wearing someone's face as a mask. You'd think they'd invest in better security measures for their most dangerous inmate, but alas, bureaucracy strikes again. Ultimately, The Silence of the Lambs remains unforgettable because it makes us laugh, scream, and question our taste in thrillers, pun intended. Lecter's charm is disturbingly seductive, Clarice's resilience inspiring, and Buffalo Bill's fashion choices deeply disturbing. It's a film that terrifies you, makes you uncomfortable, and leaves you debating whether it's appropriate to enjoy a plate of liver afterward. But one thing's for sure, after this movie, we're all a bit more wary of elegant dinners and anyone offering to make us lotion. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Quirky Critic signing out.